Akiva Eldar is a political analyst and contributor to Israel's Haaretz newspaper. He joins me now live from Tel Aviv. Great to have you here with us on TRT World. Now, let me begin by asking you, what took Benny Gantz so long to resign from the emergency government? I mean, the disputes between him and Prime Minister Netanyahu were apparent from the early months of this war. So why delay the inevitable?
I think that he should have done it way before yesterday, since he realized that he and his party are completely irrelevant. The policy or the non-policy, because I don't see any strategy with this government, was dictated by the ultra-right, by Ben Gvir and Smotrich. Actually, without even being members of the war cabinet, they were sending a very clear message to Netanyahu that if you will follow Gantz and Eisenkot policy, which is reaching an agreement on the hostages and accepting Biden's proposal, we are out. You can say goodbye to your coalition. And, what was important for Netanyahu all the way was his 64 members of Knesset bloc that could give him a full guarantee that he can stay as prime minister as long as he wants. And Gantz offered him a kind of security network vis-a-vis the international community, because the common wisdom was that if it's not too bad for Gantz, who is rational, he is very far from Ben Gvir and Smotrich, maybe still Netanyahu is doing something right.
Then let me ask you, what do you think his departure means for the future of the war cabinet, A, and B, Israel's war goals in Gaza?
I think that it will not bring an immediately political crisis, meaning new elections in the next few months. But it can start kind of a domino effect. Gantz will try to reach out to the soft points of the coalition. As we saw yesterday, he was reaching out to Minister of Defense, Gallant, calling him, telling him, my friend from the army, they're both very senior generals in the army. Gantz was chief of staff, and Gallant was very close to this. He said, your place is with us, is not with Netanyahu. And I believe that once there will be another 4 or 5 members of the Likud or the Orthodox Party, because, we are in the eve of a ruling of the High Court regarding the conscription of the ultra-Orthodox, that can cause another rift. So, if you're looking at the numbers, Netanyahu is safe. But if you're looking at the atmosphere, at the polls that show that people are losing trust in this government, I think that we started a kind of a countdown, maybe at the beginning of next year. New election.
Right. Now, moving forward, apart from the political drama that is unfolding in Israel right now, according to experts, Israel's international reputation is also under severe scrutiny. For example, with over 37,000 Palestinians killed and a ruling by the International Court of Justice that has sparked a global outcry. I wonder to what extent, since you are in Tel Aviv, I wonder to what extent do you think Israelis are truly concerned about the country's deteriorating image on the world stage?
It's a kind of whole package. People are very concerned about what you just mentioned, the deterioration of the Israeli even legitimacy in the international community, and first and foremost in the United States, which is considered to be the Israel, big brother who is watching us and who takes care of us. But this adds up with the fact that there are 120 Israelis captives in the hands of Hamas, and Netanyahu got credit for bringing back 4 hostages this Saturday, but he doesn't even call. He took photo ops with the captives that came back and their families, but right now, while we're talking, there is a convoy on its way to Jerusalem from everywhere in Israel, calling to bring back the other 120 hostages. So the deal with the United States.
If I may, because if I may,
Yes.
what do you think has been the reaction within Israel to the raid that resulted in the death of over 200 Palestinians to rescue 4 hostages? How is this being perceived by the Israeli public and the political figures within the country?
Well, I'm afraid that the majority of the Israeli public wouldn't even understand your question, my friend. For them, it's a kind of a big holiday. People were dancing in the streets, and for them, there is no difference between Hamas, the Islamic Jihad, the Palestinian Authority, Gaza, and the West Bank. The average Israeli would tell you that these people have been used as a human shield by Hamas, and they
No, but
should.
Akiva, if I may, this is a very important question. I mean, on what humanitarian principles can one justify the killing of over 200 people to rescue 4 hostages? I mean, how does Israel reconcile this action with the broader ethical implications and international humanitarian standards?
Well, I can give you a quote from Mr. Gantz that we just mentioned him. What he said in his resignation statement is that Yahya Sinwar doesn't really care about the lives of the Palestinian. So the answer would be, I'm just trying to analyze. It's not my own view, but the message that is coming from the upper echelon, from the leaders, is that the leaders of Hamas should be taken accountable for that. They are willing to risk the lives of their people in order to make sure to eliminate Israel from the face of the earth. So for the Israelis, it's another Entebbe. It's like you would ask the Israelis if it was right to kill the guards of the hostages in Entebbe 50 years ago that were rescued, and during this operation, Netanyahu's brother was killed. So for them, the Palestinian, I believe, stopped to be human beings. They're enemies, and even the ICC is now about to take the ruling about the arrest warrants against Netanyahu and Gallant. And people are still, if you look at the polls, are still supporting this government, which Netanyahu is not able now to travel because maybe
Right.
any day there will be an arrest warrant against him. So yes, your question is very relevant to me, but unfortunately, I don't represent the majority of the Israeli Jews.
Akiva Eldar, I truly appreciate your taking out the time. Thank you very much for talking to us here on TRT World. Thanks a lot.
Pleasure as always.